Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves what should be a good one here today. It's gonna be a couple of pretty aggressive bots taking each other on today on the map Gresvin, the AI edition. We have got none other than Phobos, the Terran variant created by Team Eris. So the team that consistently makes the best bots has their Terran bot. And taking on Phobos is going to be a rising star in the bot scene. It's DominionDog in the top left. This Terran bot's been in a couple videos on the channel lately, known for its early aggression, Reapers, Hellions. However, we have seen it play a couple of bio games, which I think was pretty impressive. And so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this one, make sure to go ahead and click that like button if you haven't already. If you enjoy seeing these bot games, let me know down below in the comments, as it goes a long way helping with that YouTube algorithm. You can put your shopping list in there, you can, I don't know, just rant and rave about whatever you want, but saying more bots gets the point across. And yeah, if you are new to the channel and you're not a subscriber, go ahead, subscribe and click that bell icon. I don't actually know how many people use the subscription box these days anymore. I think most YouTube views come from recommended. It's just the YouTube algorithm's like, yeah, I'll show you this video, this person that you're subscribed to. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, we have got DominionDog going for a double Reaper play, whereas Phobos has got a Reaper on the way with a factory coming out behind that. So one base against one base here. I'm curious to see how well Phobos is going to do potentially against multiple Reapers coming out of DominionDog. And then we do have a command center actually going up for DominionDog, which is cool to see. It's not just all-inning or anything like that, getting up a reactor behind this, so potentially it is going to be playing bio. We shall see. Of course, these bots are all updated fairly often, so sometimes we see new things out of them, although we generally have an idea of how they're going to play. DominionDog is still a bit more of an unknown. And I'm curious to see how well it's going to potentially do against Phobos, because Phobos is a Terran bot that is, it basically goes for a 2-base all-in most games. I guess some games it gets 3 bases, but it definitely relies on tank pushes to get its victories. It's a cool strategy that the bot authors have chosen. And yeah, we'll see how DominionDog does. I mean, DominionDog is a bot that also has gone Mass Banshees in the past. In that game that I cast with the Mass Banshees, though, it didn't do too well. But who knows? These bot authors are updating it, and it's actually cool. DominionDog is actually a husband-wife team, which is a really cool project to work on together, I imagine. Not only are they two people that presumably like StarCraft, but they also both know how to program and, or at least design bots. And yeah, we have got DominionDog. It's producing Marines with Combat Shield on the way. I'm curious to see, is this going to be for a bit of a timing or something? Because this is a lot of Marines with just Combat Shield. There's no Starport on the way just yet. Maybe it's going to be for some sort of weird walking in attack. So this is something new, that's for sure. We do have an expansion up from both these bots. Phobos boosts out its medivac, just always want to be zooming. However, it's just chilling for now. Not getting aggressive or anything like that. And then, yeah, just a fairly calm macro from this point on. Things are pretty darn even. We've got a Raven on the way for Phobos. There's no tank out yet for the Red Terran, but there is one on the way. And, I mean, tanks are pretty darn good against bio, so that may be a bit rough for DominionDog, as breaking tanks is something that's incredibly difficult to program your bots to do, because it's like, when it comes to engaging siege tanks, you either have enough to overwhelm them, or you don't. You miscalculate, and you just get destroyed. And to sort of try and put that equation in the bounds of a game of StarCraft 2 where you're programming a bot that builds a certain amount of units, it's like, okay, how does it engage this? Because that's the thing, humans are much better at gauging larger situations than bots are. And now let's see. We've got a starport on the way for Phobos, getting up another Rax behind this, Viking on the way. Everything is being fairly passive for now. I'm curious to see if we're going to see DominionDog go for like Stim Pack or anything, or if it's just going to keep going for Marines with Combat Shield. We do finally see Stim Pack get fired up. +1 armor is on the way. The armor is an interesting choice. I think attack is generally the accepted better option. However, it's bot games. Things are weird. And so you never know why people choose certain things. But DominionDog has been programmed to select that +1 armor. And I will say, for these bots, that some people kind of wonder, they click on one of these videos and they go, what are these bots? Well, these are bots that play Starcraft 2. And they're all programmed by individuals or small teams to basically just do all the actions, sort of just through programming, through the API or whatever, at the modded version of Starcraft that Blizzard made available. And basically that allows people to create bots that do everything. And then we have an infrastructure that actually allows them to play versus each other. 2 Reapers, they kill an SCV and then they jump up into the main base. Phobos is going to be reacting to this, so that's actually some of the first units that have died. I guess a couple of scouting SCVs may have perished, but all in all, it's been a fairly passive game. That is changing now, though, as DominionDog starts to come forward. Cyclone locks onto the Raven. It doesn't kill it. However, now Phobos has got a very deep tank line. DominionDog wants to go in, but it is not respecting those siege tanks, and that's kind of what I was worried about. It does elect to back out after canceling the 3rd base. We're now seeing a 3rd go up for DominionDog, so by getting that cancel and getting up its own base, DominionDog finds itself a nice little lead. 1-1 is much sooner for DominionDog as well. Stimpack's about to finish up, and we've actually got, just an armory on the way next. Not too many medivacs. There's just 1 out presently. We'll see if more get added soon. But DominionDog is a macro beast. We're actually seeing a skirmish go on at the front, though, as DominionDog pushes forward. Phobos is kind of getting caught off guard a little bit here, as those tanks were not sieged. One does siege up further back, but that is great decision-making by DominionDog when it comes to taking the fight. It doesn't take it too far forward, but it does get some nice pickoffs. Phobos is getting up its 3rd base, though, which is very important. It's also going to have complete control of the skies, with mass Vikings being produced, and Phobos is doing Phobos things, though, as it's going to elect to push across the map. And I'm a little concerned, though, because it actually did lose 2 siege tanks, and siege tanks are really what Phobos relies upon. And yeah, now we do have these Marines, the single tank, so we'll see if DominionDog can pounce on top of this army and shut it down or not. The tank is sieging up. Takes a little bit of heat, but SCVs are here to help prepare that. Marines are stimming. There is that 1 tank, getting some nice shots off. DominionDog is going down the ramp into a bit of a danger zone. It does successfully pick off the siege tank, so great targeting by the bot author. Really just, DominionDog is committing on in to these dangerous fights, but it's actually making them work. It unfortunately doesn't get that tank thanks to the high ground vision partly, and now these Marauders are taking some shots, but it does surge forward once more. So DominionDog has got an incredibly aggressive playstyle. We're seeing that once more, and that was really successful when it came to smashing through Phobos' tank line that generally relies upon the bots sort of over-respecting the siege tanks or taking too long with their engagements. No, DominionDog just says, I'm going for it. The 1-1 upgrades definitely have helped it out, as we see +2 armor on the way for DominionDog. No +2 attack has started just yet. We'll see if that starts up anytime soon. For now, the DominionDog has taken some okay trades. It's prevented Phobos from reaching a ridiculous tank count, which I'll say is very important in this game. Auto turret gets tossed down and gets taken care of really quick. The bio stims forward once more for Phobos. It's just going to or for DominionDog, it charges on in there, picks off the siege tank. Marines are skirmishing for Phobos, and they're being a buffer, but honestly, the micro from DominionDog, the army handling, seems to get a lot more value here than what Phobos does. DominionDog even has a few of its own siege tanks, but it will back up for now. Takes the 4th base, secures that. Both these bots are still on good economies. I think the thing to watch for here is actually the tank count of Phobos, but we do see a pretty big mistake as a siege tank is caught in the production. It happens to bots, it happens to humans, and that is really rough for Phobos. DominionDog charges forward once more. Another tank is sieged up at the back. getting some shots off, but look at that. DominionDog, just with its stutter-stepping micro, charges forward, picks off the tanks, and now the third base of Phobos is just taking a lot of heat. So the aggression for DominionDog works out once again, and it was just the constant skirmishing, the picking off the siege tanks. If Phobos had pooled 5 tanks, potentially, those attacks wouldn't have worked, but it just kept getting a little too far forward with them, maybe not having its Marines in the right position to buffer against something as aggressive as DominionDog. But, yeah, I think we've got a victory here. I want to say, like, it's 140 supply to 86. Marauders and tanks are now sieging up the natural. Phobos' economy is falling. The Vikings in the sky just really didn't help out too much. Sure, they killed off, what, a couple of medivacs and a Raven, but you saw how well DominionDog did with all this stuff on the ground. The natural base is no longer mining for Phobos. There was a tank, but I look away for a second and it actually just gets picked off by the bio. The aggression of DominionDog is on another level, and I think we're going to have to cast like a Deimos versus DominionDog match soon to see how those two aggressive bots do against each other. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you watched all the way to the end of this game, make sure to click that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you want to support the channel, become a YouTube member. That goes a long way to supporting these daily casts. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. As we wait for DominionDog to get the win. Phobos isn't dead technically. It's got 6 SCVs, but I don't even know where they are. Okay, they're actually just running for their lives. Make that 5 SCVs. DominionDog is ruthless going for the kills. These Vikings are like, hey, we're useless. As DominionDog takes the 5th base while this is going on. And will eventually clear out this main base. Takes a bit, but it gets the job done. GG.